Hey. Sorry, I was, what was I, about 3, 4 minutes late? I'm sorry. Real life, bowls of ice cream at the last minute. I'll take you into some intro music and I shall be back. Let me know how it plays.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home amazing pretty, ain't no one for me. Home in the darkness, home in the valley, home is not way, home I'll never be.
Let's try this again. If it doesn't this time, screw it. But oh man, I totally forgot about not using StreamYard. I was late and I got to make sure I delete StreamYard so I can just do restream.
Burn out the night, can't see noise, don't put up a fight.
How's that?
I'm living for giving the devil his cold. I'm burning for you. I'm burning.
I wish I would have remembered to do stream or restream. StreamYard has been so bad. And I just have it in my head still StreamYard, but I'm not right. Canceled my StreamYard. I'm not paying again I'm not paying $50 for this crappy service when I can get Restream to do good for half that. So I'm I hope it's not gonna do this to my videos. Let me see if it's just if I reload YouTube. Oh Lord. I haven't been on much today. I've been listening to some of the trial on Queen Bee's channel, but I'll have to replay later because I had a lot of things to do. So I was in Crimes and Passions. I just love her. Lisa is so sweet. Okay. See, it's playing for me, but it's not playing for you guys good. Just want to see if it's going to work. I'm not going to keep it playing, but let me know. I was going to stream in the house so I could use my really good mic and my new headset. Oh, I should have. Let me know in chat.
Time is the essence. Time is a season. Time ain't no reason. Time to show. Time never lasting.
All right.
Time to play these.
I don't get it. It's StreamYard YouTube, and I can't switch to Restream because I already started um my live. Oh Lord, have mercy. Uh, anyway, it's been a crazy day. It's been busy. Hey, Captain Ganja. Hey, Step, not that. Step, don't side eye me. Oh, I did. I got side eyed today. You know what I did? I walked out my house this morning. They didn't grab my little purse. Didn't grab none of my cards. Didn't even think about it. Just went ahead, Went to the grocery store. I'm in checkout. I don't have none of my cards on me. Yeah, that was so. My hubby came back because he had to go to work. So he came back, got my cards, came back down, gave me the cards because I needed the groceries and he had to go to work. You know, it, it that showed me this morning what kind of a day it was going to be. I don't think I've done that before, where I walked out with nothing. I don't know what I was thinking. Hey, Lovey. Hey, Note to Self. Hey, Juno. Hey, Julie. Hey, Thor. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Lynn Love and Light. Hey, Bonham. Christina G. We Gob. How are you? Hey, got you. Gotcha. They did that to me today when they came home. They wanted to, they're in this boo, boo, or I got you. They think they're sneaking up on you all the while. You hear them laughing and everything while they're behind you. Yeah. So you play it off. Hey, Donna Donald. Hey, Charla. Hey, Chopper. That song was awesome. You do amazing. I enjoy Chopper's videos. And Chopper did a song for Crimes and Passion. It's really good. Yeah, the intro sucked. I know. I'm sorry, I'm behind in chat. Hey, Toe Beans. Hey, Aries. Breaking. Liam Payne has died at the age of 31 at the report. Falling from a balcony in Argentina? Ooh, yikes. Rest in peace, dude. Wow. Hey, Shauna. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Phoenix. Turning Leaves, my other fave name. You're sorry, you guys are just the names. Hey, Lisa. Jillian Baby. Okay, so I'm hoping the videos are going to play. Hi, Miss North. Hey, Marcy. I'm hoping that, hey, what a cool one. Hey. It sounds fine when I talk, but the music sounds awful. Yeah, I don't know if it's YouTube, StreamYards, or both because I'm playing it through YouTube. Hey, little Lulu. I'm playing it Buttercup, Liverpool Linda. Hey, Jan. Betty MCW. I'm playing it directly from YouTube through StreamYards. So my guess is probably StreamYards. They're probably not a happy camper that I canceled my, hey, Jen Rebel. Hey, Angie. That I canceled my subscription because had I canceled it in time, I wouldn't have paid this last $50, to be honest with you. I'm just a tiny channel. Can I do it? Yeah. But why when I can actually get a little better on Restream for less? Hey, B Tim, but Restream. Every one of the streaming services have their issues, though. They all do, and they all glitch. So that's. Okay, they're out there destroying my kitchen, having a bowl of ice cream when they know they're not allowed to play at the table. See how rules go out the door when they think Mommy Kathy isn't looking? Okay, well, no, they went in their rooms. Okay. Uh, Organized confusion. Boy, that was a day. Yeah. Hi, Miss Lieberbird. Hey, Cubs23. Hey, Naomi. So hopefully my videos will play. Did you guys watch Mocking Media? Oh my gosh. I'm in love with that preacher man. I told my hubby he got competition. I'm in love with the preacher man. Yeah. Mocking Media does. I've showed you the other videos um, that Mocking Media has done on Betty, and I want to show you. I'm trying to figure out. I want to show some of Chopper's, but I don't know. Um, so I'm going to save them for at the end, just in case I have to remove anything. So there's no big gaps in the live, because of copyright. I don't know. YouTube is so funny with that. but Chopper's done. I love the songs. Y'all got to listen to the songs. Oh my lord. There's so many people that can do things on here with these editing things and are I can't do crap. Look at I'm working on getting better though because I got to do better on my thumbnails. But I do like simplicity, I guess. But this is the Burning Bush Part 5. It is we've watched the other parts, but I'm telling you what, this series deserves an award. I'm telling you. And then put the Betty songs and the things going on songs from Chopper. Amazing live. I can play them. Okay, but the thing is, will YouTube copyright them? Did you put them through first to see if they come back with any copyright on them? I'm going to play them at the end. That way, hey, Chai. Hey, Mystic. Hey, and then Greg. That way, if YouTube decides to copyright them, they'll ask me to either to mute it, and at the end, it won't leave a big gap in my live. And I don't want to do that to your videos either because they're really good. Them songs are so good. Could some mods drop Chopper's link, please? I'd appreciate that. And mocking, I should be able to get mocking medias here. Um, but really, all you got to do is, I also, yeah, my dumb butt, discovered a shortcut that I probably should have known all this time. All I got to do is tap your name and go to your channel, and voila, I can get well. It was easier on my tablet. It was one less step, and I can get the links. Yeah, who'd ever thunk? Not me. I got it. There's Choppers. Please, guys, you gotta listen to Chopper songs and sub up. They're good. They're good. Hey, Tammy. And I'll also put Mocking Media, and the links will also be in the description. Oh, when I remember to go back and do it, I am terrible at that anymore. I didn't used to be, but I am now. Oh, they're tearing up. Time for mom to do the mom thing because they know better. They're old enough. Okay, there's Mocking Media. Okay, now, and we watched the other parts of this, and then we're going to get into our content because hey, Black Sheep Designs. Evidently, there was sort of a debate. Clue went over to Spanky's and, you know, tried to set some facts straight. Spanky, oh, it's rough. Thank goodness it's not a whole bunch. Um, but he's not sure what he's doing, but he thinks he supports Betty. Anyway, y'all got to listen for yourself. Hey, Days of Painting. I hope neither one of them mind that I'm going to use part of their live. Um, pretty something. But let's hopefully this will play. This will let me know. Oh, please don't mess up this because the burning bush is so good. I really like the burning bush. There he is.
Welcome back to another inspiring episode of The Burning Bush. I'm your host, Reverend Lee Jonathan of the LJR Ministries in Manatee County, Florida. As many of you are aware, BullhornBetty was in court again. To stop the spread of possible misinformation, she has once again agreed to come up on panel to tell her side of the story and to answer any questions that I may have regarding her case. Betty, it's good to have you here with us again. And if I may also add, I'm glad to see that you're safe after Hurricane Milton.
I know everybody's been.
Yeah, that's where I put AKA Spanky or AKA Justin Pearl. Yeah. Hey, Twinkles. Hey, sound is still scratchy. Son of a mother. Come on, YouTube. Let me reload. Let me reload real quick. Maybe that's it. Damn it. Okay, I checked everything on my end. Everything's good here. Oh. I mean, I was so crazy today trying to, and I still got about an hour and a half's worth paperwork to fill out. Son of a. I don't know. Hopefully this will work. And I'll just, yeah, I can't just play the audio on this because he's just too funny. But I can play the audio on the live. We're going to go, the part, it's only about a 15-20 minute part, but the part we're going to go over, I can just play the audio on that from my phone. But this, you need to see because Lee Jonathan is everything, man. He's just everything. And guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. You know, that's a YouTube thing, not a me thing. If you're not subbed up, sub up. We also have channel memberships. Oh, and you can be a full-side misfit. A sub sent me a shirt today. I have got to show it to you guys. I'm going to wear it tomorrow because I'll show my face tomorrow. I didn't have time to do hair and makeup today. It's the Misfits horror business, and it is so cool. I got to show it to you. It's just for us poolside misfits for Halloween. Hey Marabella, hey Tiffany, hey Lip Lock No More, hey Sarah, Darby.
Very, very, very worried about me. So I know you're hearing a lot of bullshit from the hate channels.
Tell you what, let's forget about those channels for now and take this time to go over your hearing.
There's a few things that I'm going to say. We're not going to take a whole lot of time because I just got back. I've had a very long day, as you guys can imagine.
Of course.
And there's just a few things that I need to say to everybody that's out here that has been supporting me, has been supporting Seth's team, and has more importantly been supporting Sebastian.
Betty, let me stop you right there for a second. Now, I know that you graduated with honors and earned your paralegal degree. I also know that over your 54 years, you've worked in many imaginary law offices. With that being said, from what I recall about your hearing, you were...
Good for you, Tammy. It's working on right now? Great. Miss Fletcher listening while I stuff my face. Good for you. Hey, what times, we could all be there to eat. We could all be there real quick. Hey, Angel. Hey, Denise.
ordered by the judge not to talk about Sebastian or his family.
I can guarantee you, promise you, 100%, you've been lied to and you were just fooled like an idiot because you listen to idiot channels.
Idiot channels? Betty, I watched the hearing on both Court TV and on WKRN News 2, the ABC affiliate in Nashville.
I'm just saying, okay, you don't go to idiots for information. Once again.
And for all of you listening, you can find the links to Betty's court hearing in this video's description.
We have a lawful legal attorney that's handling this matter on my behalf. No, I'm not going to be going to court. They're not going to see BullhornBetty's beautiful face inside that courtroom.
Betty, I just pointed out 2 sources of actual televised video evidence of you in court.
So I can't, again, fix stupidity. But no, you're not going to see me in court, okay?
So what do you call this? Looks like court to me.
All I can say is you guys can believe what you want, but again...
Or what about this one?
There's not a whole lot that I can say as far as I can't fix stupid, but
What about this segment on Court TV's website? Or is that also stupid?
I can guarantee whatever they're saying is a flat out lie. That I can guarantee.
So you're saying that you'd never created a fake media ID badge and wore it out in public while you were investigating?
And that's the shit I'm talking about right there. Like, why are you even fucking here is my question.
I'm here to get the truth. So I'll ask you again, did you make a fake media ID badge and wear it out in public while investigating?
Just knock the shit off. Move the fuck on. It's pretty fucking simple. You guys are bullies. Non-stop bullies.
I'll take that as a no. But what if I told you that I received photographic evidence of your media ID badge that was confiscated by the court?
Really? I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. But you won't, because you're a fucking coward.
I'd be more than happy to show you.
For what?
You just asked to see it.
Do you know how childish that shit sounds? Like, seriously, grow the fuck up here on YouTube.
Listen, Betty, I know what you're doing, and it isn't going to work. You're stalling. Here's the picture of Betty's media ID badge for those of you watching.
Really?
Goodness gracious, my apologies. Here's the real picture of Betty's media ID badge.
What I'm going to tell you guys is you guys are idiots. You are fucking idiots. You get it? You understand that, right?
I understand that you can't answer a simple question, even though the facts are right in front of you.
Nobody has time for your nonsense because nobody can stand your voices.
Betty, this isn't nonsense. It's the actual photo that was submitted to the court into evidence. And what do you mean by voices? Are you hearing more than one voice right now?
We are more powerful than King Kong. I truly believe that.
Betty, you have a serious problem, and I hope that you change your ways before it's too late.
Trying to tell BullhornBetty to change her ways ain't happening. It just isn't. It never will. Why? Because you're a fucking stranger trying to tell me how to live my life. It's not going to happen.
It's obvious that showing your popsicle stick Timu badge is causing you multiple brain farts, so we can move on. Let's talk about this moment in court, where you were asked about having any contact with Chris
Oh my
Proudfoot.
Have you
gosh.
ever spoken or communicated with Mr. Proudfoot?
Darn it.
No, sir.
It's interesting that you said under oath that you've never spoken to Mr. Proudfoot in any form. I have a slight problem with that testimony of yours.
Wait a minute. Nah, let me try again. This is so good. I don't want to mess it up. To match that up, that is so good. Hey, Celeste. Hey, Deb. Hey, Bamaji. Hey, Pen Pen. Hey, 911 Crime Time. Hey, Meg. Hey, Banana Butt. Celestial Sky. Think I got Deb. Hey, Sin. Hey, Tribal Gal. I think I'm all caught up. If I missed you, I'll get you. I'll see you. Hey, Mama Duck. I'm going to try to reload again and hope it works this time. I have no idea what's going on. Play break for me. I really want to play this. Yeah, I get the Jonathan, the lead Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. It's JLR backwards. I just thought it was, I think the series is great. And to match that up like that, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Okay. Let's hope this works. Come on. I might have to switch to restream, and I don't want to do that. You lose half your audience when you have to do that. Oh, well, but I don't want people to not be able to hear either.
That you said under oath that you've never spoken to Mr. Proudfoot in any form. I have a slight problem with that testimony of yours.
You are the problem in the world. You understand that. It's not anybody else. It literally is you.
Let me show you my problem.
Oh, Chris, remember that text message I told? Oh, let's read the text message I sent you.
I did, Chopper.
I'm not going to read your response to me, but I'll read my message because I want to see if it rings true to you now, Mr. Proudfoot. Oh, I put a message. Oh, it was a voicemail message. And just to show you that this is the real Chris Proudfoot. Okay. I just don't want you seeing the message he wrote me because I don't have his permission to use it. That was weird. I didn't play my voicemail clip.
Hi, Chris. It's BullhornBetty. I did want to stop by because I saw you on another
Oh, Sam, a member for 5 months. Oh, hugs to all. Thank you, Sama. And thank you for hanging with me all this time. Banner, you're
channel
so right.
that protects criminals, which is kind of odd that you circulate those channels. However, there was one comment that you made about how we need to take law classes. And I just wanted to let you know, I don't know if you know this about me, but I worked in law offices for years.
You did not. Stop lying. I'm using your own words against you, Betty. You're lying. You said you made it 10 months and you didn't have full paralegal duties. Stop it. Stop it. You haven't had a real job since the mortgage scam business. You know, the ones you did, the phony W-2s and stuff. You know, you forged documents. Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's not working as a paralegal in a law office, Betty. That's breaking the law. But okay. See, I got to give it to you because there's no way on God's green earth I am messing with the federal government in any way, shape, or form. Not the IRS, not state IR, none of them, because they don't care. Okay? I'll stick to what they want me to do, and I'll do that. But nope. You take to. See, I'm not going in a jail cell because I want to be a right fighter or claim to be a martyr. Well, you're not a martyr. You look a fool. But anyway, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Nope. If the judge says zip it or else, guess what? It's staying zipped. Because see, none of this stuff is worth going to jail for, in my book, in my opinion. And the people you think got you, Betty, them people have nothing to lose in this. Nothing whatsoever. They're not facing criminal charges. They don't have POs against them, and they're not looking at jail time. Do you really think they're going to help you with that $30K you now need? Yeah. Good luck with that, Bets. I hope for your sake they do, but sorry, in my opinion, right now, as it stands, you're a liability. You're a liability. Some of them invested bail money on you. I'm just saying. They know you don't show up. So I'm just saying, I really do want to be wrong. I really, really do want to be wrong.
I have a paralegal degree and I graduated with honors, as a matter of fact. So I know you think I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm doing, but I can promise you I do. And I've done investigative work on cases just like this many other times. So if you would like to talk off the record, I'm happy to hear what you have to say. But honestly, this is where I stand. So take it for what you will. So Chris, I just wanted to let you know, how do you like me now? I mean, you didn't like me before. You didn't like me before. But I just want to let you know, knock, knock. Hi, I'm BullhornBetty. I told you I would be up in your orifices and up in your colon. I'm not far enough yet. I'm not far enough. And I told you it'd be painless. Like you didn't even know I was up there until boom. Right? I see a polyp. Time to burn that ass, baby.
Well, that seems admissible. You just love breaking the law, don't you?
I'm not breaking the law. And if you don't believe me, sit around and wait, because let's face it, they've got nothing.
Betty, you're screwed.
No, I'm not screwed. I can promise you. I give you my word. Bullhorn, this is going to all go away. It's going to go bye-bye. Okay? Now clip that bitch.
It seems that someone's in denial. Oh well, that's all the time we have here today. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you truly get something out of my content. I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
I just love that Lee Jonathan, these videos. I'm sorry I hope I didn't mess it up with you guys having to. Uh, but it's just good. Someone needs a muzzle. Cricket day, work time lost. Yeah, I love watching, and those are good. Those are good. But let me load my other one. Yeah, and I believe it was down Sweet Tea, his other channel. Hey, Sweet Tea. Yeah. Oh, so I just close out everything. Lord, give me a break today. Oh, it's been a day. I need a break. Okay. Oh, let me let the ads run. Let me share screen, and we will start going over this. Where the hell can my chat go? Okay. Now the chat keeps coming and going. So it's not a me thing, it's a them thing. Hey, Enid. Hey, JC. Hey, Fit to be Tied. Hey, T-Ro. Yeah, it's a them thing, not a me thing. Because I'm watching it in chat. My chat keeps coming and going. Okay, Chopper. I am going to show some of Chopper's songs. They're good. And it's actually pretty fitting. Look, I know
was not necessary.
I know that Spanky is very boring. I do. Hey, Aunt Carter, how are you? He's very boring, and someone take BHB to the pound. However, that's called mocking media. There's a series of 5 of them, but there's all kind of good videos there. And every time mocking media puts one out, I play. Yeah. Lee Jonathan is just yeah. Good Lord, imagine waking up to BHB trying to call. Oh no. Nope, that's there might be a market for nightmare prawn. I don't know. But that's nightmare prawn. Mm-mm. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Seawood. Yeah, she is a jerk. She's a real jerk. A real jerk. But and she's still whining about her backyard. Well, guess what, Betty? There's people in your neighborhood just a couple streets away that don't even have a yard. There's still flooding happening right now as we speak. More and more damage being done. There's still rivers that haven't crested yet. So, yeah, whatever. Do you, boo? Okay, I'm only going to play the part with him and Clue. I'm not playing his Spanky's live. I don't have it in me.
Then
I'm with you 100%.
or text me.
Well, I guess I don't. Can you guys hear his music in the background?
I just don't want to.
So I'm not going to put on music and double it up when he already has. Why is he playing music? He's not reviewing. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
I don't know. I don't like getting in the middle of all of the stuff. You know, I feel how I feel. Um,
Get it
she
out.
feels how she feels.
He's talking about Clue. There must have been something.
I don't
said.
think anyone has done anything
Let me see.
video and showed it on my daughter, Clue says. I would like to see the whole thing. I want to hear what she's saying. I don't want to, because she types in here and I want to hear what her perception is of this.
Hey, beautiful disaster. Good to see you. Hey, hindsight.
Guys, this is, we need to understand is what we need to do rather than
It's not for taking content.
just
It's
let
to help fair use it to make it transformative vestiges. Yeah, he can't. It's not his. This is public news. He can't. Yeah, he's an idiot. That's what he thinks.
just
That's
let,
okay. I don't have to play music because there's enough music being played. If I played music, it's going to drown out everything. So I'm fair using the heck out of this. This is fair use. It is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Says we can use it for educational purposes, entertainment, commentary, and/or criticism, and a bunch of other things. You can read the whole thing to yourself. But okay, let's go.
I want to understand what her perception is.
This is how long it's taking him to bring her up. I did see Jima. I thought she was in here. I've seen her since her surgery, but I am going to try to find a way to reach out to her. I don't know how to and check on her, but I have seen her since her surgery. Hey, Angel. That was really sweet of you to ask. I like Jima. I hope she's doing well.
Terry Lynn said she admitted to getting out of her vehicle.
There's video of Betty. It's on my channel. I've showed it. There is video of Betty physically trespassing on the Proudfoot's property. I don't understand what there's actual video. I'm speeding him up.
I mean, there's as far as
he's trying to make excuses.
Well, obviously, we knew she got out of her vehicle. She was putting up signs. You have to get out of your vehicle to put up signs.
Okay.
Did Clue say something else?
Again, Spanky. I'm going to say it yet again for the gazillionth time. The only place Betty really put her outdated flyers up that were given to her by Seth, not one she paid for or printed up. Just saying, because she's always saying that she puts out all this money. No. She did it to get a response out of the Proudfoots and the Bower Sox. She concentrated on directly right around their homes, plastering around their houses with those flyers. And when she couldn't get a response out of the Proudfoots, even after trespassing, she then proceeded to the Bower Sox and did the same. Then she seen the Bower Sox out. And that's my opinion. She's seen that man's car in that parking lot. She put a flyer up there and she waited for that man. That man was not following her nor stalking her. And show me the proof. Because all the cars you all claim to be him were not him. So there's that. Why do you think Betty held up that paper like that? Come on.
Else.
Hey, Dawn Marie. I watched some of it. I'm going to replay it tonight after I get everybody calmed down in bed so I can listen. I seen some of it. I seen some of Danny's testimony. Hey, Close Musical. BHB did nothing but hinder that investigation. Defense may now say LEK to public pressure. Yep. We heard what the judge said. He said they don't exist to you. Hey, Cubby 1981. Hey, Remy. Hey, Clue. Yeah, hey, Kim. The judge couldn't have been no more clear. I'm sorry. But, nope. I would say, yes, sir. Yes, Judge. And guess what? I wouldn't be taking no chance to be going in no jail cell worried about if I'm going to have Roman noodles or a honey bun. You know? Not going to happen. Nope. And I still think that they're not going to be there for her. But I've said that from the get-go. I said they're not upset because doing this to Betty doesn't shut anybody up about finding Sebastian. It dampers some of the chaos that is around and the misinformation, disinformation, whatever you want to call it. But it in no way hinders keeping him out there or finding him like they're trying to say it does. What it hinders is them, because this is their destructive mouthpiece. They know there's no boundaries. There's no level she won't go to. There's nothing she won't say. They know that. But now I think she's become more of a liability or a hindrance even to them. They just don't know what to do about it. So they're going to let her hang herself. What do they got to lose? They're not looking at jail time. They don't have 4 protection orders against them. But, I've been telling Betty for months, and she's not wanted to hear it. And you know what? I hope I am wrong. Because she's going to see it. Did she? Man. Nope. And I'm hearing rumors on the street. Maybe I shouldn't even say it because I don't know if it's true. But allegedly, Nick, the hat dude, it hasn't been around. With his ridiculous Twitter post and shit. He may be in a cell. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know. But this is Justin. He can't just, okay, I'm going to bring somebody up and just bring them up. Oh, no, it's got to be this whole thing. It's got to be this whole drawn out. It takes forever to get to anything.
1 second.
And this is why a lot of people don't review Spanky.
Okay, there she is. Sorry, I missed it. She was caught red-handed about not getting out of her vehicle. Then they played the video and showed it on my daughter, Clue says. I would like to see the whole thing.
Justin, stop it. Spanks. You've seen the video. Heck, I've even played it. It's on my channel where Betty was trespassing on their property. You've seen it. You didn't believe it. I think you're afraid of Betty. Because even when you called her Bullhorn Strangler, and Justin, that was the best thing you've done all year. You said it twice, actually. I clipped that, by the way. I suck at clips, but it's there. Yeah, you back down from all that. She was lying on your content, using your content wrong. You tried to call her out, but you backpedaled. Even after she took your wrench and kicked her out of her group. Anyway. Yeah, you didn't stick to it, Justin.
And that way, I think people could I think that way it's not as partisan. Because, if you say something,
Maybe imagine.
certain people are going to believe you. And if someone else says something,
Oh, I missed some juicy testimony then, B. Tim. Also, apparently Danny was working with the FBI and did a sting on Miss Simon. Oh, I can't wait to re-listen tonight. Hey, Revival. Yeah, I can't wait to re-listen tonight when I can listen without interruption. Yes, they do include both minor children. They sure do. The judge made it clear. Like I said, nope, not me. I am, hey, Hope. Good to see you. Hey, Kim. I am not going in no little jail cell. What are they? I'm like 9 by 12, if that big. Oh, Mm-mm. Hey, Kelly Golightly, the felon. I forgot to even share my live out. I just did on YouTube, but I mean on Twitter. Oh, well. Hey, Casual Art. Hey, Brandon Barn. All right, let's get. Hey, Rex.
they're going to. So I just think it would be best if the whole video was out. She wants to. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not. Yeah, I don't
Come
want to
on,
do that right now. To be
Spanky.
quite honest with you, no disrespect or anything. I just don't want to get in
Yes, you do.
the stuff. But you can email me or something. Or
You don't want to get it. Spanky, do you forget we know who you came with? You don't stop. You so very much want to be in the middle of it, the throes of it. We know, Spanks. Remember, you used to be called Orange Man, Jaundice. Remember all that stuff? We do. You doesn't look like you're using the morgue makeup anymore.
call me or text me.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy.
I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't like getting in the middle of all of the stuff. I feel how I feel.
Okay, I got to fast forward you. It
She
takes too
feels.
long to decide.
No, don't tell anybody to leave, Chad. No. She's just as welcome to say what she wants to say.
And you know what? I give Spanky that. I really do. He doesn't mind if you come in there and have a difference of opinion to an extent. He doesn't block like he did when he was with Malls. He's a little less blocky now, I guess. Yeah, he makes everybody call in. Yeah, isn't that ridiculous? He copies Dolly. I don't know. Hey, Lucky. Not on roster, but his parole information was updated. Okay, thank you for that. All right. Something is brewing. They're being too quiet. I guess, again, the spin of the CPS records being released didn't give them the oomph that they wanted after the last fiasco with it. So I don't know. Who knows? But something's coming.
Is what I'm saying. Hey, hold on. Let me fix this mic.
What is the difference between just letting people come up on panel or having them call you? I mean, I'd rather the person be on panel where you can at least see the avatar. I don't know. That's just me. Oh, Lucky, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. You're now a misfit like the rest of us. We're the biggest ones. You can reverse. That's right. You can. Yes, I learned. You know how I learned how to do that stuff? Watching Catfish. I learned how to look up a photo. Because he had a reason to say, "Oh, my phone died," and boot me. Oh, well, you can't do that tactically. If tactfully, yeah, that's true.
All right, what's up?
So I just want to make it very clear. I am not trying to like just bash Betty, right? But I will absolutely tell what happened in that courtroom.
Hold on, let me turn this music down 1 second. All right, go ahead. What was that?
I will tell what happened in that courtroom non-biasedly, because the judge didn't just get on Betty. The judge at one point also got on Chris Proudfoot.
Hey, TJ.
For like what?
So there was a lot of questions that were asked, and in other words, like there was a lot of beating around the bush, if you will, when it came to answering those questions.
Like the semantics?
I know at least, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And I know at least twice he had to stop Betty and say, that is not the question. It's a simple yes or no. Answer the question. One of those moments was when she was asked whether or not she thought Chris and Katie, offed their son. And she started doing a lot of talking, and the judge stopped her and said, it's a yes or no question. And she then answered yes. And then the lawyer said, and hit the body. And she said, yes. So there was also a time when Chris Proudfoot was up there and he did the same. He said, it's a yes or no question.
Oh, these ads.
What's the answer, right? But I can tell you 100%, I was sitting there and watched it happen. She absolutely perjured herself on that stand, and the judge got freaking livid because he said, and she testified with her lawyer, that she never got out of the car. Then there was a video played, a compilation video of her in the neighborhoods or whatever, peppering flyers, whatever it is, and she exits her vehicle. She walks up to the pole, she puts it on, and she comes back. And the judge literally in that moment said, now I need some clarification because you said you did not get out of your vehicle. How did the flyers get on that pole? Did they fly out of the window? So, and this I think is something that bothers me probably the most when it comes to proper service. Do you know the ADA was there, the district attorney, associate, whatever she is, district attorney? She actually got up to the podium and she spoke about the part about being properly served. And she said, I sent in a response. Miss Griffin was served at her home personally by a sheriff. She was in fact properly served. And then she went and sat back down. A lot of times I see a lot of misinformation.
And I shared the logs from all the attempted services and the actual service. She was served properly. It's just Betty. It wouldn't matter if the King of England served her. She would still claim the same thing. But today she is questioning. You can hear it. And if you listen to what she says, she's questioning her lawyer. I'm telling you, there's something brewing there too. Because you got to know Betty to understand what Betty's saying sometimes. And I think I've been reviewing her for a year and a half. Yeah. I think probably know more than I care to. But yeah, she kind of busted herself a little bit.
That comes out of certain places. And I'm like, well, you're not going to call me a liar. I sat there and watched it happen. You know what I mean?
Right. I
don't know if it's...
I think it would be best if... Do you think like Court TV is going to show the whole thing?
Court TV?
Weren't they there? Didn't they record it all?
I saw two camera people.
I think one was Court TV.
One was obviously WKRN, and I don't know who the second person was. They didn't have any identifying, it was a girl in a black shirt and black pants, and there was no identifying whatever she was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was fair that they didn't allow the you know, when Mr. Foot said
You
the
know
thing
what?
about
Grow up, Justin. Grow up. Pronounce the man correctly. Grow up. You're not funny. You know, you've tried your hand at humor and satire. It was bad. I know. I reviewed one of them. We laughed our asses off, but not at you. At me, laughing at you. Yeah, you're not funny. Grow up.
you know, running her over. They didn't allow that
They
in.
didn't allow what?
They didn't know. Did they not? They
What?
supposedly did not.
$4,000. I believe it. And don't you even have to pay if you want a stenographer in the courtroom? Don't you have to pay up front for that as well? Hey, everybody coming in.
Allow that in because they said they would need a voice analysis. Is that correct?
Well, he asked her, that's what he asked her. He said, are you a voice analysis? And she said no. And he said, well, then it's speculation.
Well, but this is the thing also, but like on the phone, like if you threatened me or I threatened you, one of us would go to jail. We don't need a voice analysis for that. You see what I'm saying?
I would agree with that.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't, you know,
Thanks, whether you want to face it or not. Betty's attorney they submitted stuff to the court. He had just as much time and right to ask questions and do his thing for her as the state did. Maybe that's where you should be asking your questions.
I think, you know, if, I don't know, it's,
exactly.
clips can be taken.
I just personally, like, I see all the comments. I understand that, like, you know, you and I have two completely different audiences.
Sure.
But it's not, I don't care if people like me or not, but I am not a grifter. I don't do YouTube for money.
No. And also, her audience doesn't wear blinders and is capable of having different opinions and being able to speak on them.
My man takes care of that for us. So I don't need to come on here and like fabricate a story, et cetera, right? I don't need to do that. I am, however, going to come in and tell you exactly what I saw go down. And that is exactly what I saw go down. Period.
What was your first comment? I may have missed it. You had
about her lying.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
We'd all
Which I'm sorry, but she absolutely did, and she got caught up in it. Like, she got caught in it by the judge.
Mm.
And I mean, anybody else can come out here and tell you whatever they want to tell you, but I'm telling you, I really do wish, I'm with you 100%. I wish that somebody that was there with a camera would put out the entire hearing. Because I think it would put a lot of stuff to bed.
Well, I mean,
in this case.
I agree with that because I think, you know, people are where they are in this case. And, you know, I think it clears up not what you say or your opinion is of it. You know what I mean? Like, even like if I was there and you was there, we might see things differently. Some things, and then we might see some things similar, but then you know, I think people, you know, if they saw it all, they could make their own decision.
I do agree with that. And people keep asking what was so funny in court.
Hi, we're Visible. If you're looking for one-line wireless plans without hidden fees and surprise charges for just $25 a month, Visible is for you. That's one line for one flat rate, taxes and fees included on Verizon's 5G network. Plus, with unlimited data and hotspot, you can scroll to your heart's content. Finally, a clear choice in wireless for just $25 a month. You're the confetti. Your wireless should be visible.
Sitting there laughing. See, this is how that works. Obviously, if you've never been in there with a camera, they film you the entire time you're in there, even when the judge isn't. And so before court started, we were just having a conversation. Do you want us to sit there and like cry and moan and be miserable? No, like we were having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Like, and I think that's funny too that Mr. E said that we were all laughing. Well, I mean, I hate it for most people, but I'm not a miserable person. Like, period. Everything I do, I have fun with, or I wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? We were having a conversation. Things were funny. Not even about Betty or any of them. We're just talking. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the clip that they chose because, again, court hadn't started. So,
what do you think it would take for everyone to just like chill out with each other?
do you really think that's even possible? I don't.
I think
really
I
don't.
think it is. I mean, I leave everybody alone on, with other channels and stuff. I mean,
I think it should be possible, and I think in most cases it really is. Like, I don't see a lot of people on YouTube. Like, I think about Idaho. I didn't see people going at each other over Idaho.
well,
Not like this.
Tennessee is different. I don't know what it
It's different. Bigger grift. Is that it? It's small children. You're dragging through the mud and their families, their friends, whoever you can get a hold of.
I don't know what it is.
Me either, Meg.
But every
You ain't
case
answer.
that comes out of Tennessee, these high profile cases, Tennessee doesn't, especially with these missing cases, it's very frustrating for the public because there is a lot of kids and young adults. I mean,
everybody would like to. I just want the boy home. That's it. I want this chaos and this circus to stop, but sadly, it's not going to. And I do think that they're getting ready to bring out another big distraction, a big stir up the pot. This is what, if past behaviors, the relevant past behaviors can predict your future behaviors, as the good Dr. Phil would say. So if they do what they've been doing, there's going to be some more shit starting. Hey, Sheila. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Twin Thing.
there's probably.
Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you're not subbed up, sub on up. But the thumbs up thing, that's a YouTube thing. We got to appease the boss, According to Betty, this is a job. So, yeah, no.
5 or 6 right now that are high profile in Tennessee, and just none of them are solved.
Justin, are you aware that in every state there is unsolved missing children cases? And it may surprise you to find out there may even be more than where you're talking about. Maybe just Google it.
And
you all don't do that crap here because you won't get away with it. They pass laws because of people like the Bullhorn for those same actions and behaviors. Why do you think there could be somebody in our own backyard and she's going to do very little coverage on it? And I can tell you one thing, she won't pull the stuff she does there or she has in Georgia or anywhere else. You know why? Them silver bracelets will be going on and you going to the county.
I think it's frustrating for the public. I mean, there's I don't know, I don't know how familiar you are with the Summer Wells.
Yeah, he did. And it's sad, there shouldn't be sides. The only person this should be about is Sebastian. That's who should be in the forefront. There should have been no need for protection orders. by the parents who are innocent because there's no evidence that any of them did anything. They should have never had to go to this extreme. And I believe if Betty would have stopped once they were filed instead of tripling down and being an idiot, I think maybe it would have just all, like she said, went away. But she wouldn't do that. They knew Betty was going to get arrested. They knew. It just didn't happen the way they wanted it to. And at the time they wanted it to. That whole thing showed me what they're in this for. And it wasn't Sebastian. Because if he was the one up front, the first thing they both, Tony and Seth, would have asked Betty is to step back. Don't come to the events. You know what's going on. They didn't. They encouraged her. They took her there. He picked her up, for Christ's sake. Also, you're not going to go to court in support of the woman that is threatening, harassing, and stalking your missing child's mother. And then give an interview and stick up for her time and time again. No, that's not, I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. And I'm sorry if it pisses any of you off, but to me, Betty was put before Sebastian. The drama, the chaos was put before Sebastian. And you can say what you want about Chris and Katie, but they're not out here doing that. They have put Sebastian first and stayed out of all of this as much as possible, which they really did. I don't know what more can. I don't know. I don't know what it would take for people to see anymore what's really going on here. What we've been trying to say for months, but it's just, I don't know. Back to the video.
Whether you fix roofs, move boxes, or light up the room, Google Local Services Ads makes it easier for customers.
But it's
pushing the ads.
It's another one. There's a lot of similarities and there's a lot of differences as well. But did you watch the Summer Wells case?
A little bit, but I know what you're getting at. Like I do, I won't sit here and say 100% that I think CBI has done the most bang up job on this. I'm not.
SF made a post about them. They're not favorable. Well, I'm not surprised if that's what, I didn't see. Yeah, doesn't mean he's wrong in his statements, but dang, dude, like it's enough. Exactly. Hey, Diddy. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, it's just why hey, Loki's mom, why attack? There's no reason. Hey, Nurse Bev, work together. I don't get it. I just feel for the kid that if he hasn't seen all this crap, one day he will. If he hasn't seen it yet, one day he will.
Ever going to sit there and say that. I won't.
Right.
I know we've been out there searching. Like, we've gone out and searched. We've done our part to spread awareness. I have billboards. I've handed out wristbands. Like,
I have one.
Have put in the effort and energy for Sebastian. You know what I mean?
Well,
I do know this. They do respond. Like, they do look at stuff. If you send TBI something, they do get it and they do look into it.
Yeah, I've never. TBI. I think they're overall pretty professional. But the thing that I don't understand, Clue, is why is it okay for some people to search and others not?
That's a good question.
That's because I have always.
But you would have to ask. You would have to go way back to the beginning, and you would have to ask the dad that. You do. I mean, let's be fair here. I'm trying to. Oh Lord, I gotta word this carefully. Let me see. Ooh, there's been issues with searchers created. There's been a lot of gossip, a lot of things that happened that were so blown out of proportion that you don't even know what really happened at that point. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it at that.
Supported anyone willing to search. Anyone.
Well, I can tell you that.
Go ahead.
I get that, and I can tell you that we've been out there searching on more than one occasion, and we've never been messed with once. Stephen Crabtree's never been messed with once.
Right.
There's never been a 911 call for someone to report a harassment while they're searching. I think the bigger question is, why is it a narrative that's actually there?
Hey, Peppy.
I can literally leave this house right now and go on my live stream, show where I'm going, drive to get there, and no one will come bother me. Am I that scary?
I mean,
that's a great pearl. Exactly, Remy. Exactly. Yeah, the whole searching thing, and Betty hasn't searched at all. So, what exactly has she done? Okay. Oh, Spank, are you going to get to it?
I don't know about if you're that scary or not, but the thing is like, I mean, it's, Betty goes somewhere and people know where she is, even if she's got a rental car. And it's, people follow her, and it's just because they just don't like her, and
nobody was following her though. Justin, what you're not getting is since her arrival, actually before her arrival, Betty was trying to drum up attention for her when she got there. It didn't work. Once she got there, she tried to manufacture drama and it fell flat. Come on. She laid in wait for that man. She followed that man. She got behind him and sped up. Damn near jumped out of her car before it even came to a complete stop at that red light. And she's so lucky that it was Mr. Bowersox, because you hear about road rage all the time. No. She verbally assaulted that man. For no good reason. Okay.
I feel like that's just it, because she's.
Wow. How come the ads are running so heavy? You can get them. They're not mine.
I think women who are outspoken, many times they don't. Yourself included. People don't like outspoken women a lot of times, strong-headed women. I think she's an easier. I don't like the
get it out,
the gang mentality against anybody. I just feel like, why is it okay for this creator to go search, put up flyers, and
that other creators were not stalking, harassing, and threatening the Proudfoots and the Bowersox 20 times a day, and encouraging and having other people follow them around and get pictures and videos so she could use it. She sent somebody to the high school, for Christ's sake. She went to the man's job site. She went to his high school. Are you kidding me? Other creators are. Justin, what are you not understanding here?
Do it peacefully, and it's not okay for Betty.
No one said it wasn't okay for Betty to do it peacefully. What is not okay is to, I sound like a broken record, threaten, harass, stalk, and get hate going on these people who are innocent. There's no evidence they did anything. So you tell me, How is it okay what she's doing, what she's done and continues to do? She printed out his picture and was going into businesses saying he had something to do with his stepson's disappearance. She had people in her chat do that as well. She called for mass emailing and calling to defend her. I mean, are you not watching any of this? I mean, you're having a hard time even getting out what you're saying here, dude. Spit it out.
You know what I mean?
So I do. I get what you're saying. I don't remember her coming here to search. That's just me. I didn't see her searching.
Search flyers,
believe
just
the
you know,
judge-
in general, like things like that.
No, but I mean, who messed with her? Like, she was live the whole time. Who in the world came up to her and said, "Stop doing this"?
Well, I mean, take the instance for the Mr. Foot's stepdad.
So disrespectful.
Right.
Disrespectful.
He supposedly had this receipt that he was at was it Sam's Club?
The parking lot she was in.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
and in my opinion, and I've said this since the day it happened, you can go back and listen. I've said it many, many times. In my opinion, Betty spotted the Bower Sox car. I believe that's where she put that flyer. I believe Betty waited for Mr. Bower Sox.
she's there. Betty stops because the police are obviously looking for her for some reason. Someone has called the.
She waved the police officer down. I even heard the dispatch where it said she was not pulled over. We seen her wave that police officer down, by the way. Just so you know. Anyway, maybe they would have pulled her over eventually. I don't know. I didn't call about her. Why would you call and lie about someone? You don't got to do that with Betty. You don't got to do that with anybody, but especially Betty. Because don't worry, Betty going to do something. She's Betty. But, making frivolous calls to the police and lying and saying she's doing stuff she's not doing, that ain't cool. Not even for the Betty. I don't want that to happen to nobody. And they don't need to be bogged down with a bunch of frivolous calls either. But do I think some of the neighbors might have called because of seeing her putting up the flyers and stuff like she was purposefully at the Proudfoot's home and at the Bower Sox homes? Probably. And they live there. They have that right.
The police on her.
Thousands of people called on her.
For what?
Yeah.
Not kidding. I don't know. They were lying. If what she's saying is true, they were lying.
Right.
Because they said she was driving erratically, leaving it. I did not see that. I watched her live when she was here. I did not see her.
I didn't see that either. And I watched her. It may not have been live, but I watched it and I didn't see her weaving all over the place.
Leaving about in traffic. I didn't see her driving recklessly. That's just me.
Right.
So whoever called and said that obviously was telling a lie.
Right.
I agree with that.
And she's just, I mean, she's I try to give credit where credit's due.
He is, Naomi. Thank you. Member for 2 months. Woohoo. He is. That's why we don't review Spanky often. And that's why a lot of people don't. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Brad. Hey, Petty. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Kay, mashing it up things.
She was busting her ass out in the sun, putting up those flyers. Now, whether you agree if they're on the polls or whatever, that's a whole nother.
Over those calls wouldn't matter. That's also true, Remy. That's also true. And we seen her wave that police officer down. He had to actually turn around to get behind her. In all honesty, I do want to know what was said. Just because of Betty's crap. I'm sure the officer had his body cam on. But body cam footage is not cheap, people. It is not cheap. But I'm curious to see, if the combo was the way Betty said it, or I don't know. You notice that's the one time she didn't want anybody to hear anything. Wonder why. Hey, Melissa. How are you? Gamers Cruising. Cool name.
Her subject, but she's out there. She's putting up the flyers and everything. You know when a cop's looking for you. You know what I mean? If they're going to pull you over or whatever,
He was going the other way. He had to turn around to get behind her. He had to turn around to get behind her to pull over. Are you kidding me? Okay, whatever.
they may pass you or whatever.
That still doesn't give her the right to do what she did to Mr. Bowersons. And I truly don't believe anybody that she didn't set up to do. Well, I don't believe that any stranger called her hotel looking for her. I truly believe totally different. But again, just my opinion.
And so she stopped and she got out, and obviously he was looking for her, and she's having this conversation with this police officer.
Maybe it was
and you can
maybe it was just St. Cheese has been coming in here. Maybe it was what are they doing now? Cloning people's accounts? I don't know. Hey, blank screen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I can't sing worth the shit, but happy birthday to you. Hey, Mariel.
See the Bauer Sox guy going through this intersection while she's speaking.
Oh, they are running hot today.
To the police.
Is it because
she
it's
gets back
holidays? Hey, KB investigates.
In her car, well, she's continuing to talk to the police officer for some minutes, and then she gets back in her car and she's telling what's going on, and she's holding up this flyer, right? And the next thing you know,
yeah, isn't that convenient? She held up that paper at the right time, huh? Yeah, okay, Spanks. Does your head screw up and sit on the nightstand at night? Because the rest of the stuff you're getting ready to say is, boy, grow some. That's all I got to say. Grow some.
This is, several minutes later. He's behind her.
Mm-hmm.
He had to stay in.
Actually, he was pulling out of the parking lot, out and around her. The passenger side of his car was behind her in the video footage I've seen. He was not directly behind her, following her, because had he been, his headlights and his windshield would have been directly behind her car. They were not. His passenger side was because he was coming out and around her. She then proceeded to take off after him. How'd she know that was him? Why was she sitting there? You don't think about none of that, huh? And Betty just came from that parking lot too, didn't she? Mm-hmm. But okay. Hey, Wishful. Hey, Karen.
That section for several minutes while she is parked, not knowing, when you're live, especially locals, they know where you're at.
Birthday. It's her birthday,
right? I mean, if I was in your city, and I was live, you would know where I was at. If you was in my city, I would know where you were at, right?
No.
So, there was.
You mean because she's live? Well, you don't know if they watch her, which I don't know if they do or don't. Don't care really. But yeah, no. Okay.
At least 12, 15, 20 minutes or something that he was there watching Betty. Now, Betty she was at some gas station and then she went on some highway and stuff like that. So, you know, I think the you know, I mean, she wasn't harassing those people. She was putting out flyers. She was actually going to go grab something to eat, and then as soon as the cop leaves, he's right behind her and then pulls out. Like
I haven't seen him.
he wanted
I
her
just
to
haven't seen
know.
the clip.
You could tell, like,
No. Show me the video footage of all this, Spanky. She's claimed this, and you guys are repeating what she's said, but none of you are showing any video footage.
I mean, he was
I've
like
seen
dead
the clip
behind
where
her.
he drives by.
I'm sorry.
He was not dead behind her. He wasn't.
Yeah, I haven't seen the clip where he drives by her. I've seen the clip where they're showing the intersection and someone is moving in front of her, and they said that was him. That's not the right car. It's a Mitsubishi. Not hard to, I don't know, some stuff is hard for people. I haven't seen the clip where he drives by her because all I could see while her car was still was a tree. If that clip exists, if someone would email it to me, that would be amazing.
So it's the clip where the clip I'm speaking about is when she is back there speaking to the cop. You can see a QX80 go like.
Ever since Kimora was a little
that
girl,
doesn't mean it was Mr. Bowersock.
she had her sights set on the
think
sky.
he's the only one
And
that has
Spectrum
one?
Internet brought the sky to her fingertips.
I guess it's like an intersection there. I'm guessing. But you can see there's like, I guess, like a stop sign, and he's like going through it. And he's like going
But
through
see,
it.
that's what doesn't make sense because there's not a stop sign view you can see where she was parked. What she's looking at is literally across from her is another row of parking. You can't view the stop sign from where she was parked. So if he was coming down that lane, that could be one thing, but you can't see the intersection from the view of her camera. I mean, we shop there, we live here. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
That's why I'm like, I just haven't seen that clip
it's her camera that's recording
in her car.
In her car,
right?
Correct. Okay, I just want to make sure we're talking
But
about the
the
same.
thing is, she claims to have proof, but she's not shown it. Her and a couple of her mods were blaming Mr. Bowersox for being here and there, and it wasn't even his car. But okay, where's the footage?
Same thing. Yeah, I showed it yesterday. I used to have a QX80, so I'm very familiar with them. But and then, you know, she's talking to that police officer, and several minutes later, he's, you know, the only reason you're going to be behind someone that close is you want them to know that you are there.
I would agree with that, except for I know the parking lot, and you have to enter and exit driving a certain way. The arrows show you which way to go, right? So if he was parked on the row in front of her, he would have had to back out, go down, turn around, and come out behind her. But here's the other thing, right? So let's say that Betty gets to this parking lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Terry is either coming in after her or whatever, right? Let's be fair. And he goes into the Sam's Club, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Buys his, whatever it was, I think it was crackers or something, I don't know. He comes out, gets in his car. Let's say he sees her pulled over by the cops. Per Betty's own word, there's nothing wrong whatsoever with him stopping and taking a photo of her. He couldn't argue that. And she wouldn't argue that, you would think.
I mean, technically, a public area is a public area. You can take a picture of anything in public. But what I'm trying to say is what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
See something, say something. Hey, he stutters so much because he's speaking BS. Exactly.
Agreed.
If that's the case, then why are they screaming harassment that, you know, you're like, they're in fear of their life for...
I mean, you're allowed to take a picture. What you're not allowed to do is to get out of your vehicle and approach someone like she did at his vehicle. That's a problem.
A while back.
Listen, I have always said I don't think she should get out of her car.
and she also trespassed on their property. She keeps saying this, and this is another thing. This is what I mean by what I said earlier. There's a lot of misinformation that comes out, and people just take it for fact.
Well,
I tried to tell her before she came here, there is no such thing as a, whatever they call it, an easement here in Tennessee. That is not how that works here.
Well,
you own your land to the road. When she got out of her car
and my brother owns a home in Tennessee. I talked to him about this, and he said that lady that keeps saying she's using those easements as her excuse is full of crap. Basically, he said other words, but I'm saying full of crap. Yeah, so Betty's full of it.
That utility pole, he was on their property.
Well,
period. That you can't change the law.
I haven't checked that or anything, but the thing about trespassing is you have to be notified the first time, and then if you come on after that, that is when it's considered trespassing.
Oh, you don't live here, do you?
Well, I mean, trespassing. If you don't, if is there trespassing signs up?
Yes.
Was there trespassing signs up in the yard?
Yes.
Where are they at in that yard? I mean, even a trespassing sign.
I don't know Tennessee law, but I know here when we had our apartment building, I had it posted no trespassing, and there was a couple people I actually had to have no trespass from law enforcement. And I can tell you what, once law enforcement were there when they were handed the site that no trespassing, if they were seen on the property, they got arrested because I posted it. If the property was posted, I mean, you would think that Tennessee would acknowledge that the property was posted. And it still doesn't give you the right to, she was on their property. Doesn't matter. She shouldn't have been. Not with the way she has done these people. She's not only done it herself, but she's had others doing it. We've all heard her on her own channel.
You have to be trespassed by the law. Like,
you don't
at
have
that
to have a sign
moment,
there? Wow.
If they felt like she was in some sort of, like, she was trespassing, that's where they should have said, okay, call the police. I want her trespassed. And well,
so I just want to read you something. No, you cannot walk on anyone's property in Tennessee without their permission. Entering or remaining on someone else's property without their consent is criminal trespassing in Tennessee.
Yep.
It is. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. My brother told me, he said, they're not having it. They are not having it.
You do have to.
Hey, Chaz.
The thing about it is you can be trespassing, like, you can technically be trespassing the first time, but you have to be
but
told.
It's not an easement, guys. They're not, like, you guys aren't understanding. They don't live in the city. They don't have an easement. There are no easements.
I'm not even talking about an easement. I'm not even talking about an easement. The easement thing, I don't even know about. I mean,
she knew what she was doing. Her videos prior to going to Tennessee. People who live in Tennessee tried telling her. She refused to believe them. Her problem. Yeah, she was warned. How would they know they were working? She could have put a bomb there. What an idiot. Yep. Hey, Lake Breezes. I have one sign. Well, it's a flag. It says no trespassing. We are tired of hiding the bodies. It's for Halloween. I mean, even here, if you put a sign up, no soliciting, none of these window and door people or solar system people, none of them can come knock on your door for anything. They'll be arrested because they're very strict with that around here. I'm glad about that. This is Justin. He just there was no way. There's just no way that he doesn't see the things Betty's done and continues to do. He just cares to ignore it.
It's like
He lacks
we're
brain
gonna
cells.
now. Let's say, for instance, she took something off the property. Now that's different. That would be different. But if you are on someone's property,
Jazz says he struggles to defend her. My God, it's so cringe. Justin is up my way. He is arguing with the damn resident about the laws there, and he lives in an entirely different state. Exactly. Hey, Crimson Moon. Hey, Copy Addict. Yeah, this is crazy. It also wasn't her first time in Tennessee. Hit me again that she was ignorant to the law. She knew and ignored it. Yep. Hey, Kenna. Betty doesn't want to listen to even her own attorney on private property. You do not have to have someone trespass by the law. Yeah, well, she threw a little bit of shade at her lawyer. Rain Dance, that's a pretty name. KD.
then you need to be. There has to be some sort of documentation that you are not allowed to come on this property again. You come on this property, we are going to arrest you.
I'm telling you right now, that is not how you just said Tennessee is different. Tennessee is different. Go to Justia, look up the law. It is a Class C misdemeanor if you come on someone's property and you do not have their permission. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. Like, it is trespassing.
Oh, great. Now you tell me, teach about Kona Ice tomorrow. Oh, I hate when they do this to me at night. The night before, they know that the pre-scan thing and prepay, shuts off at 7. I get this message 10 minutes ago. It's 7:41. Gee, thanks.
Period.
I'll look at it. I mean,
I'm gonna have to make a trip
Are you there?
to school in the morning.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry, my phone's about to.
Her cup of ice. My daughter does not like the flavors, but she loves the ice. So yeah, but it's only like $3 or $4 for her refill cup of shaved ice. She mixed all the flavors one day last year and got sick. Though I don't believe that's why she got sick. But let her think that because now she just doesn't like them. She doesn't like the flavors. She just wants the ice. I'm like, okay.
My thing just went.
I'm here.
My thing just went ding ding. But
I heard that. I was like, I don't know what that's doing.
yeah, my phone's about to die. It's like at 4%. I think. I don't know. I think.
Hi, we're Visible. We offer one-line wireless plans with no hidden fees for just $25 a month on Verizon's 5G.
I think everyone needs to be. I don't having opinions. I don't know. I just hope they find Sebastian. Just ask her if you creators can get along. I just think everybody needs.
Hell yeah, I can.
I'm
a grown ass adult. I could be on I could be on panels and not disrespect someone I don't rock with. I can be in chats with people that I don't rock with and not disrespect the creator and cause issues. It's called being an adult.
So I want to ask you this before my phone dies. If like, how do you know she was on the property? On Chris's property, allegedly.
Justin, stop it. Spanky, you've known about the video. Stop. See, this is where you're losing me here, Spanks. I was thinking maybe there's just no functioning brain cells at the moment, but now I'm starting to think different. You're just blatantly ignoring all the evidence out here. Blatantly. And I know you've seen it. Stop. As much as you cover everything about this case, there's no way you haven't seen that part and all the parts of Betty. Stop.
What
it's on video.
Do they got video?
They do.
Okay, so they got video now at their house.
Yeah. No.
It came from somewhere in the neighborhood.
The neighbors, gotcha.
The
It
video
is
I
on video,
seen
100%.
did not come from the Proudfoots, but it's Betty.
Okay. Okay.
Or
And
at least
again,
let me say I'm not aware that it came. I was just my understanding was it was from a direct neighbor. That's all I can say about it. But it's actually real footage, date and time. It was Betty.
I'm not trying to like bash her, right?
Hey Richard. Hey
But,
Leandra.
I mean, I can tell you that I saw her perjure herself on the stand. Everyone saw it. The judge stated it. You know what I mean? He kind of clarified with her. And the trespassing thing, I do know about. That is trespassing. I get people say that you have to give someone notice. It does not work that way here. It doesn't. And she was talking about an easement. There are no easements here. We own our property to the city or county road, wherever it ends and the road starts. That's where the city and county own. Up until that point, that is your domain.
Yeah.
And I do think creators can get along. We're getting along right now. Like all this animosity between everyone, in my opinion, I'm not afraid to say this, I think had some help being made. And I firmly agree. The last thing I'll say, I firmly do agree with this judge. I know not everyone's going to agree with me, and that's fine.
No, I think the judge listened. I think the judge asked questions. He spoke with. I think the judge, under the circumstances, and let's face it, there's a mountain of evidence to prove what Betty has done. It's not like there's a shortage of evidence here. Okay, there's a mountain. I do wish there wouldn't have been the only issue is the 9-minute video. I do wish that would have been, but I get it because it's about time and all that. I'm sure that the judges' clerks are aware of the full videos and how many there are, I would think. Because there's a lot. I just think the judge took his time. He looked at what Betty and her attorney submitted to the court. He looked at their responses, their filing to vacate them, to dismiss them, and deny Chris's. So I think he did, and he didn't rush to judgment. So I don't know. I think the judge did good. And he made it clear. I mean, he couldn't have been no clearer. These people no longer exist to you. I mean, the judge was very clear. So I don't see Betty being able. I mean, it's hard enough to get your appeal even heard if your case even gets picked. But I don't see any reason to overturn anything that judge did. The judge did everything by the book. So what if he's had a child pass away? So doesn't mean that he did that all because of that, which I know they're trying to spin it and say his emotions. I'm not buying that. I think the judge was fair. The lawyers both had a chance to do their thing. And he made his decision. It is what it is. But he did catch Betty lying. Don't lie to the judge. You don't want to be his enemy, or you don't want to piss him off. It would piss anybody off sitting up on that bench, you sitting there lying your ass off when you know they know the truth. And they're giving you every opportunity to speak the truth, and you still choose not to. Yeah, you're pretty much putting yourself in that corner. Hey, BJ. Hey, Karen. Muriel. BHB was videotaping herself breaking the law. There, the evidence. Yeah, her own. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Deborah. Her own videos are her evidence against her. Hey, Music City Mom. Hey, Cinder. Yeah, hey, Michelle. She don't get it, though. Hey, Evie. She doesn't have much of a chance at all with the appeals. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't. Hey, Teresa. Nope, not today. This was here. I'll tell you the date. It was a few days ago. 5 days ago. It's on Spanky's second channel. He has like 3 channels. It's on the second one. Hamad's telling me next time I review Spanky, I should put a trigger warning and they put a person to sleep and are at own risk. I don't know who that is. I don't like when I never accept anybody on my Facebook anyway. Anyway, nothing on it. I probably have one of the most boring Facebooks around. I don't post a lot.
His ruling, he went to his chambers. He took over an hour and a half to look up things about.
Oh, see, there you go.
Whatever he had to look up, and came back and made his ruling. I feel like every time, and I'm not trying again to just be out there like that with Betty, but we saw the same thing in Georgia. They're corrupt, it's corruption, the bad cops, and it's like that cannot be the case every single place.
Today, I am giving you 3 reasons why Telemobile might be the perfect carrier for you and your next.
Yesterday, I played you pretty much exactly. Betty saying exactly the same things about Chatham, Georgia, that she has about Sumner County, Tennessee. She's also said that about the law enforcement involved in the Wells case in Tennessee. She also said things about law enforcement in Idaho. Well, basically in every case. You know, wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, it was almost word for word. That's why I wanted to show you that video after we watched her. Because she said she didn't, and never experienced this. This is, same thing. I'm going after the chief of police's job, and the same shit. They violated her rights.
It cannot be that cops everywhere are just corrupt.
Mm-hmm. Easement example site plan, Sumner County Development Services. I had somebody who is in the development services in Sumner County send this to me. Parcel of land must have a minimum of 50 feet on road frontage or a recorded easement to access each parcel of land. Easements must be 50 feet in width and must not be shared with any other property owner in order to obtain a permit. Building pools, tractation.
As far as I know, if I step off of that road, basically, if I step onto the property line, I am technically on somebody's property.
Correct.
My understanding is I don't have access to. Walk on even a utility easement, because unless I'm a
utility worker. Right. To my knowledge.
Sorry, I was talking to the littles. Yeah, I showed my brother some. I had a small clip of one of Betty's wild Sega rants because I wanted to see who I was talking about. And he told me, he said, in the city, he said, but out in the country, you step on someone's property, you trespassing, plain and simple. It don't. You trespassing? He said they're not having it. And he said Sumner County is a good county. Yeah. But he couldn't. He asked me where they let Betty out of. He said, where did they set her free from? Now this man just retired after, almost 30 years in the military. He was military police. Yeah, he said you watch. He don't do YouTube, so he has no idea. Betty was, yeah. And he says you watch these kind of people. And by the way, he wasn't happy. He said, "Don't send me no more of those clips. I don't want to see her anymore."
Access to personal property in this county.
That's what I read.
I do think that probably is the situation with some cities, but in the county, my understanding is it doesn't work.
That's what we've been told. I mean, 100%. That's what we've been told.
I mean, should you go on someone's property? No,
I'm still blown away that she said she needs her followers to come up with 15 to 30K. Oh my gosh. That's a chunk of freaking money. No. No.
Right. In my opinion. But
I agree.
Should you go to jail? I mean,
yes. If you knowingly, intentionally violate multiple protection orders immediately after they're put in place, yes, you broke the law. If you are this law-abiding citizen, you wouldn't have broke the law. You F around and find out, don't you?
For, putting up a missing child's, I don't think so.
That's not what she was doing. It was not about Sebastian for her. It was about trying to evoke a response out of the Proudfoots or the Bauer Sox. She was looking for pure content. She wanted to poke and poke. She so badly wanted that response from any of them, that she even set up a phony call at her hotel. Come on. You know how Betty works, Spanky. You've been there. You've been part of it.
In my opinion. But I'll look more into these easements.
Why? What business is it of yours? Don't you think that is something Betty's lawyer should be looking up? What's it to you? I think this has been looked up probably more than any easement in the world has ever been looked up and researched. Points been made. Betty was trespassing. Video proves it. That's it. That's all. You can't rewrite it, Justin, no matter how hard you try.
And see more. They're going to send me some. This is the development. Oh, maybe they sent me more stuff.
Well, while you're looking into the easement, you should probably look into whether or not it'd be legal to post anything on a utility pole in Sumner County. That might surprise you too.
Well, you're actually technically not supposed to post on a utility pole at all, anywhere.
Correct.
Okay, and there you go, Spanks. I mean, you can't fix stupid.
Anywhere. But again, you can't single out one person.
She was the one doing it. It wasn't singling her out. She was the one doing it. She was the one creating the chaos. She brought this all on her own. Because Betty is Betty. She continuously pushes it. Betty's never had this situation before where God, I sound like a broken record saying this stuff. Jesus. She's never had a parent sit there and support her like this, ever. She's also never had these numbers, which made Betty think that she could just, there's no boundaries. There was that she could be above and beyond the law, and that's not the case. That's not the case. But yeah. Okay.
For that,
I mean, I didn't want her out.
no, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. When I say sorry, I'm a hillbilly too. So I say you as in
Yeah, I got you.
but
Y'all.
Well, and not even y'all. I mean anybody. Like, well, I guess it would be y'all.
I can't say that I feel great in this outfit. There's just nothing that says I'm awesome.
Like, you see it, I see it. We tack shit to phone poles and electric poles and stuff all the time. You know what I mean? That yard sales, garage sales, lose 20 pounds in 30 minutes.
No, actually, no. Here we actually make signs because we aren't allowed to put them anywhere. And so we have to make signs. We can put our signs on the ends of the streets, but we're not allowed to put them. And you won't, if they get put up, they're ripped down. And yeah, you'll get yelled at. And then you'll get a ticket. But yeah, we don't, so no. Oh, I did a yard sale this summer. No, not again. Mm-mm.
You know, this, a cat missing, a dog missing, a child missing, Xbox for sale, you know, divorce attorney, you know, anything. And you know, the thing is, if we're going to make that case for a child, for someone tacking up.
Okay. Spanks, I'm going to tell you one more time. I don't review you that often, so I won't be saying it again. Listen, Betty only went to the Proudwoods home and put flyers up right there in their faces, right there, trespassing while doing it. She was trying to get a response out of them. She also went down there in the middle of the freaking night. You know? Then, when she did it, she went to the Bowersox home and proceeded to do the same thing. Yeah. She was trying to get a response and she fell flat. So she manufactured her own drama. It's so obvious to see. That man was not stalking nor following the Bullhorn. He lives there. He was shopping. She's a visitor. Come on.
A missing child's poster, flyer, then we have to do that for everyone. You know what I mean? I mean, I just think that there's bigger things to worry about. I just think sometimes it just gets petty.
I don't disagree with any, like, if anybody took any individual thing that is complained about in this situation, I don't disagree with you on its face, right? And I don't disagree that me personally, I probably would. Well, I know I wouldn't have. I would have never gone and filed for one. That's me.
Right.
However, when it did happen and all this started, I started looking at the law. And I've said this before. I don't particularly like the law in Tennessee, the way it's written for that, because it's subjective the way that I read it. It's subjective to a person, an individual's feelings.
Correct.
If they present as a reasonable person and they make a claim that they interpret as such, then by the law, they're entitled to the order of protection. And, you know, the thing that I've been disappointed about is the fact that, you know, the first three, there was no representation to contest them.
But that was on Betty. That is Betty's fault. And Betty's attorney's fault. Because according to Bullhorn, she had retained her attorney, but I still don't think that attorney was officially retained until the events that she was there for when she got arrested, because Tony's the one that took her to her attorney's office. I think that's when she officially retained the attorney. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. If she didn't, she's an idiot for even moving forward with this attorney, because he didn't show up for her. He didn't do his job as an attorney if she really did have him on retainer. So that's where her issue lies, not with the court, with him.
And I think a lot of people, you know, you had said earlier, you wish, you know, you could see the whole thing. And I do agree with that. I think if everybody could watch could have been there, or if it had been live streamed, or if the entire footage that was recorded could be obtained, I think that gives everybody a fair shot at making an opinion about what happened.
Yeah. I agree with that. I do. I agree with that. I think, but unfortunately, we'll probably never see the entirety. Because Court TV number they're recording. I don't know if they got the whole thing. I don't think they'll ever stream the whole thing now. But yeah, that could be a negative on either side, really. It could prove Betty partially right in some of her things that we didn't see, and then, or it could prove 1000% wrong. I don't know. But I believe what the people who were there have said. Who's going to lie but Betty?
I agree with that.
It really would.
I agree with that.
It would. Like, I mean, because, and I'm kind of with him on this, right? Like, I will say this, no matter what, I feel like the only, honestly,
Join Google Fi Wireless and get $650 off Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra with $200 off instantly.
The one person who probably stood the most chance at getting a PO would have been Terry, because of what she did to him at that intersection, right? At that point, everyone talks about going real life. You're going real life, right?
Well, in fairness, though, right? I would have loved at that point, when that hearing was to be had about that order of protection, I would have loved to have heard the argument to that there and seen the evidence to support that argument.
Sonia runs her mouth about everybody. Stop it. I seen that comment he put up and took down. Sonia runs. Stop. She's knee deep in all Betty's bull crap.
Yesterday wasn't a situation for that to be heard, and that's, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but I also think that,
no,
I mean, it should be stated what
all. They're not on mine. They're on his. They're on the video I'm playing.
That in court, and I don't know. I think I do not agree with the judge was in a bad mood. I'm sorry. He seemed to be like in a fine mood until two things occurred. The first one was the first one was that video being played, and the second one was the realization that she just lied in his courtroom after raising her right hand and saying she wasn't going to do that.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but that would make me mad too. Don't come in here and lie. Come in here, present your case, but do it with the facts.
Yeah.
You had no problem sitting here saying that you thought that they off their son.
And that's what I mean. And that's one of my points. Her and her attorney had the opportunity to present their side. And now Betty's going to go after the judge saying that the judge was wrong. No, the judge did his job.
Why do you have a problem saying that you got out of your vehicle? In my opinion, it's because you know at that point you would have to admit that you trespassed, and these POs should probably stand.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry I talked too long.
No, you're fine.
But I'll let you go.
You're fine. There was. What the fuck?
This was a good conversation between adults.
No, telling the truth. I'm not address this comment. She lied. The judge called her.
That's what I was going to say. You know, Mr.
You don't hear no yelling back and forth, no name calling, because people have a different opinion or feel differently about something.
And Mrs. E, who I have a lot of respect for, I think they're very calm, rational human beings. They,
okay.
which Mystery was there yesterday, in his opinion, he said, based upon.
I think they're very biased, but okay.
And I'm paraphrasing
Don't they
here.
blame the? I don't watch them. I've honestly never watched them. I've seen little bits and pieces on other channels, but I don't watch them. My take on what I have seen is they blame the Proudwoods. I could be wrong because, like I said, I don't watch them. She sure did, Rain Dancer. Sure did.
That he felt like the judge was in a different mood, not just with, it didn't seem just like with Betty, but it just seemed
exactly, B Legend,
like he was in a mood kind of all day. And that was, and both of you have been there in other times, right, with things going on. And so, and that just right.
Yeah, we both
even with the other judge.
And that just so both of you have different perceptions on that. And
well, and I think that, the first time we went there and saw Judge Blanton, I thought he was just, an extreme hard ass. I thought that's just who he is. And my opinion hasn't changed about that still, but I've got more of an understanding because we've also seen him in other situations and how he handles things. And he's just extremely blunt.
Agreed.
Yeah, well, judge, yeah, most judges are there.
And I think, yeah, I don't, the thing about his mood that I will say that I can understand how somebody gets that perception. And I mean, that's, anybody could argue that all day, but what I don't feel like it's applicable to the outcome because when he gave his conclusion, he explained every reason for every decision he made and supported it with the law and with testimony that was given yesterday. So, I mean, I can't even really say that his mood impacted things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this judge did his job. Oh, thank you, Bonham. No, I know I was muted. I was talking to my littles. Sorry, guys. I want to go. I'm going to start streaming in the house all the time. So I love my standalone mic. The thing, and the other headset. But what do you want, Sir Duke? I'm not playing Betty. Get out of my cords, Sir Duke. Get over here. Get out of my cords. Oh, I don't have your goodies out here. You're supposed to be cutting down on them goodies. Hefty duty here. I got to put your coconut oil on. He's going to bite me. Sir Duke's getting ready to bite me. Damn it, Duke. Stop. Don't you bite.
Well, if this ends up being appealed, it'll all be critiqued and his stuff will be critiqued. The attorney stuff will be critiqued on both sides. The people involved, they'll all be critiqued, and it'll, if it goes forward anymore, I don't know. I hope this child is found, and
I do too.
Whatever happens, happens, because I think we're all done with this.
Question to Spanky: what if a violent woman was out in your yard at 3 a.m. creeping around, recording and using her spy goggles? Yeah, I'd have a problem with that. Sorry, but if someone's creeping around my house in the middle of the night, I'd have a major problem with that. Blanking shipping. Yes, he should have been his own voice and never allowed others. Thank you. He's done with this. It's his only content, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing he hasn't picked apart. He's doing the same thing that Griffney is, Bullhorn's doing. Every interview they picked apart 20 times. Every panel, it's like Okay, move on. All right. You can still show his flyer. You can still mention him every live, but move on. Quit show. There's only so many times you can see it, you know? I don't get it. See, I'm like that even with TV and movies. I can't watch the same movie 100 times over either. I can't. Once, twice if it's a really good movie, but that's pushing it. Maybe twice. Yeah, no, I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah.
In a lot of respects,
Acer, dude.
I think it's taken a
Get
lot
out
of.
of my cords. You get out of my cords.
I don't know how all y'all fight all the time because it exhausts
Colin.
me. I
Get out of
don't know
mommy's
how y'all
cords.
do it.
Who?
All of you guys, like
I don't fight with nobody.
well, I mean, you go hard. Come on
Now
now.
look at your chat.
Come on.
Read your chat.
Yeah, oh, I know.
When I first came on here, absolutely, I would go back at you all day. But what I
Oh, you
realized
have
is
calmed
none
down a
of them
lot.
are worth my
I'll give
time.
you that. You have from.
None of them are worth my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I made the mistake of
Like, they're
letting
just-
one take me out of myself. And you're right about that.
Today,
All my time on here, I ain't never. And I let one piece of shit do it to me. Never again. And some people need to learn to mind their own business seriously. Because all they do is, people trying to be right fighters end up making things worse. I guess, what do you all call them? I don't have it. I just think that sometimes it's better to just butt out instead of butt in. Because all it does is magnify everything. And that's exactly, then you got 5 different people in here getting jumped over, chat going. That ain't never happened in my channel in a year and a half. I would never do that to someone's channel. People couldn't even come in here and make a comment without being ganged on. And there was just so many people going at it. It was ridiculous. I would never disrespect somebody like that on their channel. And even with the mods and me asking to calm things down, they had to time people out, and then people got their feelings hurt because of it. But the mods were there was a lot of people in here. Chat was flying like crazy. I couldn't even read 90% of it. It was just flying. People on panel fighting with people in chat fighting with people. It was insane. That is never going to happen here again. I mean, there was people going at Savage, at Queen, at Clue, at Granny, at Melissa. And I've seen it. I'm still going over that chat. I stopped because I get pissed off. It was ridiculous. It was totally ridiculous. And people are upset at my mods for doing what they could do. What a mod's supposed to do. Did comments get by? Absolutely. Chat was flying like crazy. And in my mod's defense, a lot of them are new. They're just learning how to mod. I'm one of the first channels they've modded for. They're just starting. I think they did good considering. But you can't be mad at them either. They were just trying to settle things down again. It was a free-for-all. That's what it was, a free-for-all. I mean, there was stuff brought into the chat that didn't have nothing to do with what was going on. That's none of my business that I don't even know anything about. It was just insane. I don't care about hurting people's feelings when they deserve it. If you want things to be sugar-coated, go get a donut. Hey, now I want a damn donut, Thor. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed at the grocery store. How do you forget your freaking cards? How do you do that? You're going to the grocery store. How do you walk out of the house without your cards? Especially when you never carry cash. How do you? I was like, yeah, I'm getting old. Thank God I don't live that far from the store. So he was able to run back here and get the card. And yeah. Oh.
I saw a live where one person's on the panel, the person they're fighting with is in the chat, and they're going at each other. And it's like, I personally, that's just, I don't know. I don't want to do all that drama.
God,
you know what I
talking
mean?
about it. I really
and it's like
didn't
when
listen
we
to this
say
part.
creators get along, you know, a lot of that stems from the people that watch. Like I just saw earlier, someone put a comment in here. Clue is trying to play Justin for what? What would be the point of that?
Well,
I didn't listen to this part of it. I really didn't. That's wild. Play you what? Play Justin for what? Exactly. Hey, if you got insomnia, right there's your fix. I'm telling you. Put him on. Don't speed him up. Just leave him normal. There's your, I'm telling you, you'll be asleep quick.
But play him for what?
This is the thing.
That's funny.
I believe people can have adult conversations and disagree.
Yes, they can.
Thank you.
Personally, you know, I mean, if I, you know, started, which I don't do that, but you know, if I started yelling or if she started yelling, our egos are going to kick in place, and then we're not going to get anywhere. And that's the problem with YouTube. That's just the problem with YouTube, is egos. Many of the times, not all the time, but many of the times. You know, I mean, I support Seth, I support Betty, and you know, do I agree with everything all the time? I don't agree with everything on anything all the time, but I'm sure you don't agree with everything on the Proudfoots all the time. I know you don't, because I've heard you say that, right? But you know, you support who you support at the end of the day, and
everybody.
I just wish there could be.
You want to out
I just don't understand why, like, everyone is.
I can tell you.
So worried about.
Let me explain this, okay? Because I know people want to know. People asked me earlier, why did I, quote unquote, turn on Seth? I met Seth. And in my opinion, the first time I met him, he made it abundantly clear that Sebastian, in my opinion, was not necessarily his main focus. When I met him the second time, in my opinion, there was no more question about it. I absolutely saw what his motives were. And his motive, in my opinion, was money. Period. When I saw him say to JLR what he did, I knew then. And it was a feeling I got. People can argue all day that you don't get feelings from people, you don't feel something when you meet people. That's fine. But I can tell you that I do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, see, and that's the thing. I get a completely opposite
And I'm
feeling.
sorry, but if people want to say that's wrong to say, there's a lot of us out here can see it. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, you know. You want us to lie? That's. I've been calling out for months, too. I get it.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy.
But you know, I think of
you can't get on
Seth
my lap
as
right now, Dookie. No,
the one
I'm almost done.
that's taking the interviews. That's there it went. Uh-oh. All right, we'll do it again next time. Sorry, guys, my phone died. 1 second.
I hate when that happens.
I need a charger.
Okay, I think it's
went the phone.
I think he's about done.
Sorry, my phone died. I don't know. You know, you guys know that where I stand on things.
Spit it out. Come on.
But you know, I'm glad we had a conversation where you know, at least we could.
Justin, you don't want to see the facts. You can't. You just refuse to see. I don't know if it's because you just don't want hassle from Bullhorn. But trust me, she's busy right now. She's got her plate full by her own doings. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You stay friends with her, support her by all means. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying, even as a friend, you need to tell her, look, but no, you choose to act like she doesn't do the things that she does. And all of this was brought on just out of revenge. Revenge for what? Or because they're singling her out. No. You really think Sumner County has the time nor care about a BullhornBetty? Come on now. The Chatham County chief needs to speak to the Sumner County chief. Oh, that's right. Betty won't call him chief of police because she's going to make sure that he doesn't have a job and he's not the chief to her. Well, thank goodness she doesn't live there and doesn't have a vote, and it don't matter what she thinks. But yeah, I don't know. Keep on with your blinders, Spanks. Keep on with your blinders. But you participated in the same crap in Georgia and with the Wells in Tennessee. So honestly, not surprised. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Speak our opinions. No problem. I'm sorry my phone died.
All right. Well, I don't think he says anything more interesting. I don't think so. Takes him forever. Sir Duke, you cannot get on my lap right now. Go over there and get down. What do you want to do? Come on.
Yeah, I support Betty.
And that's fine.
I support Seth. And glad it wasn't a yelling match. Listen, you're not going to get anywhere with me if you're I don't do the yelling thing.
Oh, you don't do that now? Only when you were with everybody in Tennessee and Georgia and other places, right? Oh, only when you have a certain crowd around you, you do those things, right? Yeah, got it. Weren't you the ones that also, misinformed people about the shenanigans in Georgia? No, that didn't happen. You were standing there filming it. But you said it didn't happen. Okay. Got it. Yeah, Spanks, we know. That's a lot to take in. You never saw him, yeah? Oh, yeah, I have. It's probably on my channel somewhere reviewing them either at the Wells or in Georgia. Yeah. Party up 5. Justin, you talk Xanax out. Yeah, Justin had the assault record recorded and denied it and tried to delete, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, one of many things. Hey, the Runway Truth. Good to see you. How are you? How sad is it that they were forced into the position of having to seek, protection orders rather than spending time searching or spreading awareness? Yes, for Sebastian. That is the question. They did not choose this. No, they sure didn't. And they don't deserve it. None of them do. Hey, Bushi. I like that, Bushi. Why are you seeing yourself out? What's up? Justin isn't covering Quentin Simon, is he? I don't know. I don't know. Justin tormenting the Wells. Oh my gosh. Non-stop. And even up till Sebastian, the Wells still pretty much was his content. Sorry, guys, my little. He's getting ready to go in bed. I had to brush teeth. When this is over, Chris will be suing her. Bet on it. Well, it's not like she hasn't known. Yeah, well, summer. Yep, constantly. It's gross. True crime Karens. Imagine having a huge mouth and ego. You get yourself into all kind of legal trouble and expect your subs to donate $30K trying to keep yourself out of jail. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Whew. I honestly would not have the. Hey, I got a lot of nerve, but I don't have the nerve to come on here and ask people to give me money to pay for an appeal that may not never even happen, and I'm not going to win. And it's going to cost 15 to 30K. No, because you don't have to appeal it. You presented your case. You also had a choice in the first three. You chose to not show up, and neither did said attorney if he in fact was retained as your attorney. So that is on you and your attorney. You had a chance to defend to file to dismiss, and the judge denied that. You submitted evidence as they did. He did his job. Wow, 85% of what you have said is what? Penny, exit left. I didn't tell a lie about nobody. I did. That's already over and done with. Apparently, you don't pay attention. Sorry. Go back to Grifty, please. Go back to Grifty. Quit deflecting for her other issues she's got going on. Me and my son will not be her deflection. Deal with the issues she's got going on that have nothing to do with me. That's a lot of money. It is. That's a lot of money. And I just, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Not for those reasons. I mean, if the woman was losing her home or, needed this surgery or something. But even that's a lot of money. Oh no, that's a lot of money. Especially when she won't stop. She's created this herself. 30,000 could go a long way. And to hurricane victims. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It really could. It really could. Yeah, this is all Betty did this to herself. She created this whole mess. She violated those POs. And she's still talking. So I don't know if she keeps this up, what November 20th is going to bring. I don't. I really don't. Oh, someone's little one needs. Oh. I hope your little one's okay. She could have shut up months ago. Yeah. She still won't shut up. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, they changed it to the 20th, November 20th. Yeah. She got more time. Hey, Linda. Yeah, it was a long day. You're not kidding. I still got a couple hours. I'm going to do some laundry. I do my laundry at night. Hey, I'm one of them people that watches the water bill. I do. But it's just so much cheaper to do laundry at night. And honestly, and on the weekends. And it's peaceful because everybody's in bed leaving me alone. And then I can listen to court today because I do want to hear. I didn't hear it all, a lot of it, so I want to replay it. Yeah, she's not getting that kind of financial support, Michelle. That's obvious. It's called narcissist. Yeah. Yeah. It's continued till November 20th. Yeah. She also has her frivolous lawsuit in November as well. And I'm sure that copyright stuff has got to be coming up soon. If it's being followed through with, I don't know. Did you hear she filed an emergency hearing to postpone with Queen Bee over the hurricane? I think that was. Are you kidding me? That's a long time away. She had yard damage. She has power. She did not have home damage. She had some downed trees and an old rickety fence that was already destroyed and a shed that was on it already falling apart, old and rusted. She didn't have any home damage. Oh. And she has power. 14 degrees. I had to do laundry. Yeah. Yeah. 3,600 a shot. Insurance won't pay. But basically all over. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's awful. Kenna, have you reached out to the pharmaceutical company? Because they have programs that could help. And honestly, they do. But the judge might do it for that reason. Yeah. I don't support or not support any party, but that's got some shady people and stuff on his side that he puts the light on himself. Yeah. I'm for Sebastian. That's what I care about. The adults can take care of themselves. You know? That's who it all should be about, and none of this other crap. Oh, really? That's insane. Like I said, I was in Crimes and Passions today, and I listened to a little Summer Queens. I want to re-listen to the trial because I missed so much of it. But I do know I did hear a part of the boyfriend on the ex-boyfriend, whatever they're considering him. I did hear a part of that. A shyster? Because I don't blame him. All this does is drag it out for Queen, and it's for no good reason. Her home she did not get any home damage, and she has power. It's a Zoom hearing. She doesn't have to be there in person, right? A tornado took the roof completely off 20 years ago. I still didn't consider my house a war zone. Well, yeah, I would not want him to. Oh man, I hope this boy never sees this stuff. I truly do. I hope he never sees none of this YouTube stuff. I really hope he's not seeing it. And when he comes home, I hope he doesn't see it. You do have to prioritize. You do? Yes, I do it all the time. You have to in life. You know, right now it sucks. It sucks for a lot of people. And I'm upset because it's how much it's going to cost to fix my truck so hubby can keep getting back and forth to work when there's people that have lost everything. I don't feel like I have a right to be upset about that or the vet bills that are coming. I just don't feel, I feel bad about because at least I still have a home. It's yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree, Marcy. She can go live every day. You live in Tennessee. We got hit with the Helena. Oh, they got devastated. So many people. And with these last two storms, have lost so much. Yeah, her damage was just some trees and an old rickety fence and an old rusted out shed that didn't even have a door on it. When there's people's homes gone. I mean, everything. People are still without power. And even if they have power, they don't have a home to go back to. That's sad. Yep. Yeah. We're just waiting for things to waters and stuff to recede so we can go help clean up some more on the beach and stuff. Yeah, we're 600 complaints. Wow. Well, guys, I'm going to end this. I got to get my littles. They're in bed, but I got to go make sure they're tucked in bed. I know she just read them a story. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate all you. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Oh, I got a $5 cash app. Thank you. I don't know you. Hey, Daddy's baby girl. I don't know your YouTube name, so I don't want to say your regular name, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. But I will, I probably won't be back on tonight, but I will be around tomorrow. I may even go live tomorrow. Yeah. So y'all be safe out here on these YouTube streets. And let's behave and have some fun. But thanks again, everybody, for joining. Hey, and on the way out, can you please hit that thumbs up? If you're not subbed up, sub on up. Or you can become a misfit like the rest of us. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, mods, for a fantastic job. Bye, all.